Okay, so I was sitting on the toilet today, just now. In fact, my bowels are empty. Hopefully, they might be up deep, but not too empty. But whatever. I just took a shit basically, and as I was sitting there, I came up with an epiphany. I came up with this idea. Now it's fresh in my mind, so it's a good idea. Now whether I've actually thought about it long enough, because I've just been contemplating it for about 5 minutes. And I'm just going to throw it out there. I would like to write a political book I can't even say it. Whatever. No, let me rephrase that. I would like to write a political book, but I want to do it in a different way than I typically would. I basically want I want a collaboration. I was thinking me, you, your wife, Dan, and anybody else you may know who may fit the category. Excuse me, get maybe 7 to 10 people to talk about these things. I'd like to title it something to the effect of like what it's like to live in Trump's America as told by 40-year-old somethings. Something to that effect. In chapter 1, I'd like it to be, what's it like for you to live in Trump's America? You can tell your story as being, a professor. And one thing I have to admit, being an ex-conservative, I was always, fuck the gays and all that stuff. And you said something, and it really changed the way I looked at it. Because as a college professor, an art professor, all sorts of people come into your classroom. You want a safe environment for them to do their art. You don't care whether they're sucking dick or not. And I like that. And I think you should talk about stuff like that. And maybe try to get other conservatives and Christians to see it from that point of view instead of just us versus them bullshit. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But talk about your experience as husband, father, whatever. I'd like to hear your wife's opinion, so on and so forth, mother of 4, etc., etc. Dan's opinion, or anybody else who might be interested in doing this. Again, 7 to 10 people. And do maybe like a page, and maybe two to 5 pages per person. And then in the second chapter, I'd like to see something like, what's it like to be a Christian in Trump's America? And I'd like to go through the whole thing about how, specifically for me, because, well, actually, let me go back to the first one, because, I would like to see the contrast between, okay, I'm a disabled piece of shit, living off SSI, because of my spina bifida, and you're relatively successful, Dan's relatively successful, your wife's successful, etc., etc. Here I am just, living off the... So I'd like to see the contrast of that. Anyways, part 2, I'd like to talk about the absolute disgusting fact that evangelicals are condoning putting kids in cages, and just how fucking pissed off that makes me. I think that would be an interesting little topic. Like, how does your wife feel about it as a mother? How does your wife feel about our government taking away kids and putting them in cages? And of course the argument is, well, Obama did it and blah blah blah. I don't care who the fuck did it. The idea of it is bullshit. I don't know, I think it would be interesting to have that kind of collaboration of just different people. And then the third one would be, like the third chapter would be something like, what is the future of America under Trump's, America, or what's the future going to hold under Trump's America, and something to that effect, and just write 2 to 5 pages on each one of those, and have a bunch of people, and just have like this conglomeration of ideas, and we can then take that shit, edit it, compile it, etc., and upload it to Amazon Kindle, where it's just right there and people can just download it. And of course, if it's good, who knows? Because that's not a big deal. Realistically, you're talking maybe 15 pages total. or something like that, each person, give or take 10 to 15 pages. That's not that big of a deal. You probably write essays every fucking other day that are longer than that, just for stupid shit, you know. And like I said, you can compile it, put it up there. Now, what I'd like to see, I was thinking for the cover, maybe actually get everybody, like, I don't know if you can get everybody together, you probably can't, but maybe you could, like, Photoshop everybody kind of, like, standing together. And I think it would be funny if you're standing in the middle with your wife, maybe you got, like, a picture of Dan on the side or something like that, or whoever, you know, whatever. And you're holding, like, you're holding the sign, you know how people hold the signs? And on the sign is my picture, so, like I'm not actually there with you, but you're, like, holding this picture, and there's a picture of me with this weird face with a dog going, eh. I could picture the cover, you know, Trump's America is told by 40-somethings, and there's just that weird-ass fucking cover, like everybody's just, like, standing in a grassy field, you know, some shit-faced grin cover where you get a bunch of intellectual yuppies on the cover. I don't know, I was pondering that idea. I just wanted to throw it out to you. I think it'd be kind of fun, actually. Get this little, this little concocted idea together where everybody's, you know, kind of have their own opinion, and, you know, and I'll try to tone it down. I want to be able to say shit and bullshit, but, you know, whatever. Just, again, have different opinions and different ideas, and just what's it like to be in this fuckery that we're in right now. Because I think we have a good story to tell, especially those of us who grew up in the church, who grew up as Republicans, who grew up with this bullshit. Like, I want to talk about the fact that, again, if your political views don't line up with what Jesus said, you're full of shit. I want to be able to say that, you know, in one of those sections. And I don't know. I mean, you're probably not interested, you probably don't have time, whatever, but I don't know, something to think about. Because, again, we can easily it takes about 5 minutes. Once you compile it into a format and you upload it to Kindle, it's there. You know, you might have to watch some YouTube videos, but it's not that difficult. It literally takes about 5 minutes to upload the thing. And then it's ready to, you know, buy and sell. You would have to take your bank account and attach it to it, which you probably do because you order stuff on Amazon anyway, so it's probably already there. But, like, again, somebody buys it, boom, the money goes right into your account. So that's not a bad gig, if you ask me. And if it becomes successful, we could do a whole fucking series. I think it'd be a really cool little series, actually. Maybe different topics, different concepts. I don't know. Get different people. It'd be kind of like Walking Dead, where you just kind of this revolving door of people, you know, you get different, you know, just whatever. I don't know. But I was sitting on the toilet thinking about that. I think it'd be really interesting to get a bunch of 40-year-old somethings who used to be, you know, diehard in the church bullshit, and what it's like seeing the people that grew up teaching them go off the fucking deep end and start condoning Nazis and condoning Confederates and condoning slavery and condoning all this bullshit just because there's an R next to their fucking name. I don't know. It's, you know, whatever. Maybe it's just illusions of grandeur or whatever, but I think it'd be kind of fun, actually. So I'm just going to throw that out to you. Because I'm kind of in the writing bug right now, I might say. But, you know, hey, whatever. And, you know, I don't know, maybe we could even do it where at the beginning of each one of my sections, like we'd have the title. Basically, we'd have the chapter, and then each title of each person who did it, they could come up with their own title, what they want to call it. Maybe have a quote underneath it or something. And then maybe, like mine, if it's explicit content, like, okay, there's explicit dialogue here, you know, read with caution. You know, you can have a little warning or something. Although I'll try not to say fuck a lot, but you get my point. I know, like, you guys probably wouldn't say fuck a lot, you know. But, you know, I want it to be open words. You know, you want to say... There's a time and a place to say fuck, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your wife probably wouldn't say fuck, but you know what I'm talking about. There's a time to say fuck. Like, fuck you, Trump. There's a time... I mean, because, seriously, I think my perspective, especially... I mean, I literally worry every day. This isn't a joke that I'm going to go on social media and find out that Trump and the Republicans have cut Social Security. And... they're going to try to fuck me somehow. because that's just what they want to do. But yet we got $92 million for a fucking parade, so Trump can stroke his fucking ego like a fucking little baby man that he is. You know, just stupid shit like that pisses me off. And I mean, shit, I got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of fucking clips I could even go back to if I ran out of content to talk about. I mean, we could literally take stuff out of the news, just current day bullshit. If we did a series and shit of little, you know, Kindle books, because you do Kindle and shit. So I don't know. I have to think about it. Maybe tomorrow I'll be like, nah, that's a stupid idea. Fuck that. Or I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to do it myself. I mean, I could, obviously. There's enough content there, but like I said, it would be interesting, and it would be more... What's the word? It would give it more credibility if there was other people involved. So there's, like, professionals, and there's stay-at-home moms, and there's decrepit assholes like me, you know? Fucking scumbag fuckers like me who are milking off the fucking system. And people who are actually contributing to society. You know, that contrast I think is very interesting. But again, I don't know. Because I know you've got friends and shit that could easily write a couple things here or there. Probably could contribute to something like that. You know? I don't know. I like the idea. I just don't know if it's something that... like, I could picture what I want to write about the first part. Like, what it's like to live in Trump's America. And I would take my laptop, I'd go outside, and I would start talking about, you know, just sitting out here looking at the grassy field out on the farm. You know, there's cows and horses and guinea hens and a goddamn woodchuck that terrorizes my dog because a stupid female jumped in his cage one day and bit him. So this fucking son of a bitch, he goes out into the short grass and he wants to lay there and sun himself right in front of the freaking dog pen. And of course, dog sees it and starts goes ballistic barking at it because the other one bit him. That's gonna be a great little introduction right there. You know, my life in America, sitting around watching a fucking goddamn woodchuck terrorize my dog. That's what my life is. You know, you could talk about, hey, you know, I go to school and I go to goddamn school, you know, whatever. Everybody's got their goddamn moment, you know what I mean? You know, your wife, like, oh, I woke up and the kids spilled their goddamn milk. I mean, everybody's got their goddamn moment, their goddamn moment in life when it's just like, yeah, no, it ain't gonna work. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know, think about it, because it could be really cool. Not saying it's going to make us money or anything like that. Oh, it could. I mean, shit, it could, actually. I mean, it absolutely could, especially if we all kind of promoted it a little bit. You know, even, shit, pass it around your church and shit. Pass it around on Facebook and get different people's perspective. Because I'd be curious what the people in church think. We could talk about guns. It could be... I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff we could talk about. Although I would want it not to be completely one-sided liberal, because we all seem to have kind of gone liberal, it feels. And I'd rather kind of be more ex-conservative than just straight liberal. As in, oh, we're liberals now, so liberal. I don't want it to be a liberal manifesto. I want it to be more like, this is what we were taught, this is what they're saying now, and we think they're full of fucking shit. And I don't know, like I said, I think that would be an interesting read. I'd read it, and I don't read books for fucking shit, dude. I can't remember the last fucking book I read. Like, actual book? I mean, other than a comic book? Fuck you. I don't read. I just don't. I mean, I'm playing a video game. I'm playing these RPGs where I read. So it's like, I mean, I'm reading, but not like, you know, sitting with, you know, folded ear fucking covers and, you know, bookmarks and pen lights. Bullshit, okay? It's not like that. I'm not, you know, whatever. Anyways, whatever, fuck you. Goddamn lack of fucking battery. I hate, dude, this tablet is pissing me off. I love the tablet. The tablet's great. Thank you for allowing me to use it. But it fucking pisses me off, this fucking battery. Oh, anyways, I gotta go because I only got 5% battery life, and it's gonna end it when I hit 4 because it'll just stop recording because it's a fucking prick. Anyways, I gotta go. So, whatever. I think it'd be a cool idea, but whatever. Depends on if people want to get on board. I mean, we could do it with one or two, but it would be nice if we had like a group of people, maybe. I don't know about 10. That might be too much, but 5 or 6, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, stop.